de ser constante. Sorry, te falta rango, nene.
Mucho caliente, puto, siéntete. I was born with the crime flow, mucho picante. Put up to the club with the party pack on me. Girl, I got what you need, get it if you want it. Ain't nobody fucking with me, baby, let's be honest. Been picante for a while, I don't see me cooling off. Ball in the jets, now I sleep in the...
It was this, me and my sister always say this, it's like, all men are gonna cheat, even a woman. Somebody's gonna cheat eventually, because people get bored, and they want to experience something different, or they just want...
What is cheating?
So cheating starts at conversation.
Does it?
It does.
Okay, so I can look at somebody and that's not cheating.
I don't feel like looking is cheating. If I'm just looking at you, like I'm looking at you right now, am I fucking cheating? You know what I mean?
Let me lust, because everybody knows what lust is.
So lusting.
Cause lust, I ain't gotta say nothing, right? I can just be looking at somebody a certain way.
Yeah, you can fuck somebody with your eyes.
Good, man. This is God Not Here. This is another Backstreet Conversations. Today I'm here with Fancy Belafonte. You dig? Fancy is an entrepreneur for sure, right? Is it safe to call you a mixologist?
Yes, I do have that certification.
Oh damn, I ain't know that shit. Like I thought she was just in that bitch like whipping up shit.
I do have that.
Oh damn, so maybe I'll learn something about that today. Also, you do post-op body sculpting?
Yeah, lymphatic drainage, yeah.
Wow, okay, cool. So we can tap into that today too, amongst some other shit right there. I'm just gonna let y'all stumble upon as we start talking about what we finna talk about today. Anything you want to add to that before we jump into this conversation? Did I miss?
Well, yes. Nah, you didn't miss it. It's because it's not really just something that I always put out there, but I also am a notary for Texas.
Oh, okay. So I guess if you need some official documentation signed, holla at her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna drop all your info in the comments below.
Sure.
Again, y'all, please like, subscribe, comment, all that. Hit the notification bell too. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't shit without you. Let me jump into the first topic then, since you said it like that. Post body op. Tell me about that. Like, what is that and what is that for?
So the post-op services are mostly for women who go through the cosmetic surgeries that they have, because you know now everybody getting the BBL'S, breast augmentation, just liposuction, anything like that.
Oh shit, you busy.
Yeah. And now since I work for a chiropractor, I still do some lymphatic drainage, but mostly I do massaging and everything and wood therapy for patients at the doctor's office that I work with. So I am getting my certification to be a massage therapist in the process of doing that with him.
You ain't gonna be doing that.
Yeah, it's
but you seen the one online with it.
Oh, the chiropractor stuff? Nah, I'm not cracking nothing on nobody.
No, not cracking, not the chiropractor, but I'm talking about like, you know, the dude had the women, they be like naked, going out there. Like,
so yeah,
that's an upcharge though, you know what I'm saying?
That's definitely an upcharge. So it's like I've had guys reach out to me like anonymously, like send a text message. They won't say who they are or anything like that. They'll reach out and it's like, oh, do you do happy endings? And I'm like, no. No, sir. Like a lot of guys, it's not surprising because you're a woman and they see that you do massages, but they didn't know that it was only for lymphatic purposes. But since they saw that it was just me touching on bodies, it's like, oh, okay, let me see if I can get this up out of her. Because some people are all about their money, and I am all about my money, but I'm not all about it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a limit on stuff when it comes to business. Like, you still have to be professional in the aspect. Now, do I have to get rude sometimes? Absolutely. Because people don't know.
You gotta check a motherfucker too.
All the time.
You gotta be ready for that.
People don't understand boundaries and respect. Even though, yes, I am an entrepreneur, I do it by myself, but it's like people don't respect time. And all the effort that you put into everything that you do, they just want you to boom, boom on their time. And it's like there's a website for you to book, or if you need to speak to me to set up a specific time frame, definitely reach out so I can maybe help you with that. And if I can't, I'll let you know. But don't be rude about it.
Is this your first business where you like encountered that with the clients and things of that nature?
Yeah, this one, because with the drinking business, I had never had that problem with people just being rude. Now, people wanting discounts, yeah, but as far as people just outright being rude about time and everything like that, this is.
Well, you know, that's like part of the game, right? Because like I done did a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that I done before is like I'm a certified barber. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might not know that. But I don't do that shit no more, you know what I'm saying? And one of the reasons why is because I got like a big ass respect now for like doctors and people who just like deal with the public, right? Because people don't respect your time, you know what I'm saying? Like you got motherfuckers that come in last minute, like you finna close, you cleaning up and shit, and they still coming through the door. And it's like, hey, look, I understand shit happen, but how are you making this... how you making this shit like work out for me in a sense, you know what I'm saying? If you come in last minute, you might call me at the right time. I might need the sale, I might need the business, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a human too, I got shit to do, you know what I'm saying? But if you come in with that, hey look, I'll pay this over, or okay cool, I can fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? But if you just come off some shit like, oh no, this is what you have to do, and like, no, I don't have to do a motherfucking thing. Like, I need you to understand that shit right now. And you know, depending on kind of person that you is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can be hard to kind of do that, you know what I'm saying? Because you trying to grow, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel you on that. What other challenges do you have you faced? You know what I'm saying? Being a female, doing what you doing, right? Because I can imagine. You got the weirdos, you know what I'm saying? They'll ask about, you know what I'm saying, getting a happy ending or whatever. But like, have you encountered any other craziness?
I think all females, and as well as myself, experience the negative vibes from other females. When
like
you
other clients or other...
Not clients, just other entrepreneurs or anything like that.
Like working inside like a shop or a building,
no,
or just period?
Like, where it's like you may be doing the same thing as someone, and if you go about promoting yourself a certain way, or just you do things differently than what they do, or they inquire about what you're doing and how you're doing it or anything like that. And in the beginning, let me just go back. In the beginning of me doing this, it's like super slow for me. And the person that I learned with, she's a friend, and she taught me all the ropes. So I took everything she gave me and I ran with it. However, I was not known in that industry. You know what I mean? So starting out super slow, wasn't making no money. I invested more money than I made into it.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, and I was like, dang, this is like too much, because when the drinking business started, like, I instantly was making money, but this one, it was a loss before it was a gain.
Yeah. And
so what I did in the process, I was like, let me go get a job, you know what I mean? Because you still gotta you still gotta make a living in this day and age. You gotta have about 2-3 incomes just by yourself. So I got this one that I'm at now. I'm at a chiropractor's office, and ultimately that became a great thing because it helped me learn more about the nerves and the spine and everything, and how it all connects with the brain, and how certain touches of the body can help with everything. And learning all that and then putting it out there, it's, you know how you may be a person who supports by promoting like people's business and for free, not you charge, and you just like, oh, today I'ma just post your shit, you know what I'm saying? Love. Correct. I'm just post your shit, show your shit. I'm that type of person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to take days to where I post like 15, 20 people's businesses, tag them, everything. I just did it just because. I stopped doing that because it wasn't reciprocated.
For sure.
So it's like, you know, I got businesses. I fuck with you. And you know, I post your stuff. I support your stuff. Whether it's me buying something or me posting it, sending people your way, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But if the love ain't the same, we gotta stop it. We can still be cool.
Yeah.
I just won't do what I was doing for you before that. And I don't feel like it's a hating type of thing. I just feel like that a lot of people are one-sided when it comes to certain shit.
For sure, like that sound like the trap of social media in a sense, you know what I'm saying? How it really fuck with a lot of people, including me too, right? So like what I take from that is this. Something my old man taught me. Whenever you do something for somebody, don't expect shit back from them.
Right.
Straight up. Now I get it, right? It ain't being reciprocated. So you like, fuck this, I'm gonna cut it off. Okay, cool. So maybe you are doing a little too much. You understand what I'm saying? They just taking it in. It's unappreciative. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool. But I would say never stop that shit though, because all it takes is for you to show love to the right motherfucker who's looking for that same thing that you want, you know what I'm saying, or that you respect, right? And then boom, guess what happened? Now y'all get to sharing each other's shit, you know what I'm saying? Like collaboration is better than competition. Correct. You know, so a lot of people don't understand that shit. So the people shit that you were sharing, my opinion, they just wasn't the right people, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. So I would say, man, don't ever stop sharing people's shit. But like you said though, if you feel like it ain't being reciprocated, you ain't getting it back, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, stop that shit, you know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, just share people's shit and really don't expect nothing back from them. But I know how you feel because I go through that. Right. I went through that, you understand what I'm saying? But you should never let that stop you. But let me ask you something about your job though, working with a doctor and getting all that knowledge and shit, right? So you've been like kind of like, I hope you know that everything that you learn from there, you know you can take, you gonna take it with you, have no choice. Yeah, like the marketing and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's cool. So are you able to say where the doctor's office at? I mean, we
always looking for people to come in because it's always gonna be, it's money for him, but it's also money for me because, you know, I have a process that I do with him for the massages after he does what he does. So I always encourage people to come in. It's in Missouri City, 2419 FM 1092. That's Murphy Road, 1092. Because a lot of people don't know that because they'll look up Murphy Road, but it's not Murphy Road. It's 1092. And we always looking for new people to come in all the time.
So what got you started in that? Was that just something you came across? Or?
You know, it's crazy that's the second chiropractor I was working at. So I was just part-time at this one chiropractor. He was off of 610 near where the Chachos is.
Yeah, for sure.
He was over there. So I was just doing part-time with him. And that, not that it didn't work out, I just didn't want part-time. I needed, you know, full-time. So when I left him, I just stumbled up on that one. I was like, what are the odds that I get this job? You know what I mean? So I like literally applied for it one day, and then that same day they reached out to me and wanted me to come in the next day for an interview, and I on spot hire, you know. So from that, it just been up.
So like, and that's something I need to do my goddamn self on the cool. Like I need to go get cracked. I need to go get massage. I need to go get all that done. The last time I had something like that done was like shit, maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I know that's something that probably need to be happening on the regular. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
and he does advise. Cause at first I wasn't big on. I was like, my sisters go do it. They've been doing it for years. But I was just like, I don't want nobody, you know, cracking my spine. What if they mess something up? You know what I mean? So, he does it to me like twice a week. I sleep great. After I have an adjustment, I sleep well. Not even gonna lie, before I'm not a good sleeper. I'm a restless sleeper, and I sleep light. But if I get adjusted like Monday, that night, sleep fine. Or if I get adjusted that Wednesday, I'll have 2-3 nights of good sleep. But it is beneficial. It's very beneficial health-wise too, because if you don't, like, your spine can start degenerating in between, and each cell can start like rubbing against each other, and
So it's like losing cartilage or something like that. Then you start getting bone on bone.
yep, and your meniscus, and it can mess up your knees and all that, because like I said, ultimately all the nerves are connected there, and it's a lot that can even help with you getting sick on a regular. Colds, bronchitis, asthma, allergies, your headaches, all that. So I haven't had a headache in God knows when.
For real?
Yeah, I used to get migraines so bad. And when I was working, I used to work for an eye doctor, and they told me that I needed to wear glasses because I have astigmatism in my right eye. And which it was cool, and it worked for a second, but I still kept getting the migraines, and like I would have to put on shades in the house. So
Damn.
yeah, so I could function. And I've been working for him for a few months, and I haven't had a headache. Not had a hungry headache because my ass didn't eat. But as far as me getting migraines, no, I haven't had one since.
Okay, so like, you gonna like eventually one day, I guess, right? Or you gonna like continue to work with that doctor, or you gonna kind of like just merge off on your own and do your own thing?
Eventually, I will. I told him this was something long term, not for like a year or two. Like I was gonna progress with him or whatever. Just because he wants to fully incorporate the massage thing into his business. So I'm down with that. If you're incorporating my business into your business, we can, collab on that and
For sure.
get it going. So if that's where I'm gonna be long term and that's what I retire from there, that's cool with me, because you believed in my business and you only know me for this long. You know what I mean? So we're long term where we are.
Okay, that's cool. You been there how long?
Only 3 months.
For what? Hold up, 3 months? No shit. Damn,
Me talking about it sounds like it's long. I've been there for a long time. 3 months.
I would assume you was there for like a couple of years and you just picking up game and, you know what I'm saying, like slowly adding into what you about to jump off into.
I'm a fast learner.
Shit. So you was at the other guy before him.
And I was only there for a short time because it was just like 2 days out the week. And it was more so just helping him with like getting caught up on paperwork and shit. And that was June and July. And then I started working with the one I'm at now in August.
So to tap back in on what you was speaking on earlier about, other women in the same field and industry, like, can you touch a little bit more on that? Like, how, like, first I don't know too many women that's actually doing it. Maybe just because I'm not in the field, you know what I mean?
In my field?
Yeah, in your field.
Well, in Houston, it's really not that many people doing lymphatic draining. And mainly because a lot of these girls who go get the surgery, they don't do the aftercare. They just wear their faja and think that that's all they're supposed to do. They may go 2-3 times. And then that's why they shake bad after the fact. Because they don't drain out all the fluids that's supposed to drain out. It just hardens up, and then their legs are smaller than their ass, or
So is that how that happens? So that's not because of a bad surgery?
That can happen because of a bad surgery, but if you don't do the proper aftercare for it to drain all the fluid out and get the massage so you won't stiffen up. So like if you deal with a female and she done had surgery and she got a hard ass, or she got spots on the
I came across it.
Right. Yeah. She didn't do what she was supposed to do. You're supposed to wear your faja for a year. That little bodysuit you're supposed to wear that for a year.
Yeah.
Them bitches wear that shit for the first month or two.
And take it off.
They outside.
Well, shit. Now you know why motherfuckers be looking like lollipops.
They outside.
Ass don't match your legs and none of that shit. That's crazy. So like, do you have not to say, not to body shame or nothing like that, but what you think about BBLs? Like,
if you gonna do something with your body, do what you gotta do. I have no problem with people going to fix what they don't like. I don't like men shaming women for doing what they want to do with their body. Because if a nigga wanted to get his dick big, I bet you he go do it.
If you can afford it, yeah.
So it don't matter to me if you go get your body done. If you don't like your boobs, go get them bigger. Go get them fucking lifted or whatever it is. You don't like your ass, well, go get it done. You don't like your legs, whatever. Go do whatever you need to do. Yeah. I know a few people that didn't have surgery. So it's just like, well, if you want me to do some aftercare, I got you.
Yeah, this shit really old when you think about it. Like plastic surgery and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers getting everything. My thing is about it though, and it's not to body shame anybody. To me, it's just kind of like, I respect it if you let it be known if somebody else can't pick up on it.
Yeah.
So let me say this, right? Let me give you an example. You see a female or whatever, right? She look good, whatever. You attracted to what you see. Men are very fucking visual. It's not for a woman to understand. If she understands, she understands. But men are extremely visual. We don't care about none of that other shit until we sit down and pick it up.
Yeah.
But trust me, when a man see another woman, physical attraction. I think y'all know that to a certain degree because that's why, well, it's probably one of the many reasons you may get dressed up.
Right.
So, okay, cool. Because you know you gotta bait the fish.
Correct.
So anyway, it's fucked up when a man see a female, and let's just say she went to the right doctor, she did the right post-op shit that she was supposed to do. She came and seen you, she wore the bodysuit for about a year. And then you see her in Target or something, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you see something in Target, you probably gonna want to jump on because she in Target, she ain't in Walmart. But anyway.
That's another topic.
Yeah, that's another topic. You holler at a woo, right? You thinking that it's all her. To me, if she don't let you know what she got within, I don't know, I may be just being too lenient, but I'm gonna say a month's time. If a month go by and y'all chopping it up, y'all going out, or whatever the case may be, right? Especially if a nigga talking to your ass at nighttime on the phone. Like, you ain't told a nigga that you got BBL or surgery, this, that, and that, cause like.
But if it look good, why? If you can't tell, why it matter?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Cause it's about the kind of. Fuck it. It's the kind of nigga you dealing with.
Okay.
I'm the type of cat. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be like, alright, so I'm worried about what extra maintenance gotta go with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with a female where I gotta be like, damn, we gotta spend another 20, 30,000 just to take care of this and do that. When I could have, again, the type of person that I am. Alright, cool. I'd rather go get somebody that's natural and or works out to get what she want. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't gotta worry about that type of shit. But my thing is like, I think about the kids sometimes too, like, or do they care? What you think? Cause like,
what you mean the kids?
So I'm gonna imagine if I was a daughter, right?
Okay.
I see mama bussing. You know what I'm saying? Voluptuous, all that shit. But then I'm growing up. I get to be around by 18, 19, and I ain't start feeling that. Even though they feeling out earlier than that, but what I'm saying is, you be like, damn, mama, like,
why I ain't got no titties? Why I ain't got no ass? And you got all the hips.
But do you think that fuck with a child's self-esteem, or is it on the mother to kind of like say, hey, look, this is what I did. You don't have to do that. You beautiful what I did, blah, 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 blah. But do you think that sends a message, or can a parent step in and be like, hey, look, let me explain to you this, that?
So I think with that, it is a discussion you can have.
Because if a man go get the surgery, he ain't got to explain shit to his son later on unless, well, I guess he probably would. But my bad, continue.
No, you're good. It's not a tough one, but it's kind of like, maybe you got it from your daddy's side of the family. You know what I'm saying? Say some shit like that.
That's lying, though.
It is lying, But if they're grown, 18, 19 years old, I feel like that is something you can say, well, mama got her body done, you know, because I didn't like the way I looked. This is not something that you have to do. I don't want to encourage you to do it because everybody don't make it off the table.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the part you gotta really tell. You gotta tell the fucked up part of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Some people end up with being paralyzed or they die. So it's just like it's a conversation that you do have to have if you have a daughter and she feels that way. And sometimes it's the mama jealous of the damn daughter. You know what I mean? And the daughter filled out. She looked better than the mama. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, you talking about once the child grow up and the mama go and get fixed up and all that.
Correct. Daughter probably 15, 16, and she developed early, and she looks good. You know what I mean?
Either that or social media.
Right. So it's all social media, honestly.
Yeah.
So everything is influenced by social media, and I'm not gonna lie. For me, that was a problem of mine. Like, you know, we've known each other for a long time. You know, I used to be real slim back in the day. So me now, when I gained weight, my problem is like, damn, I hate this stomach, or I hate these love handles, or, you know, whatever like that. And I don't like working out. I don't. Not even gonna lie to you. I'm not a workout. Exactly. I'll walk. But as far as doing all the extra shit, going to lift weights, baby, listen, I will eat. I am an eater. I cook. I'm going to eat me some food. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die happy and full. I'm not finna be hungry. No. But that was a problem of mine because I see people that are around me that, you know, they do work out. They got the flat stomachs and all that stuff. And at first it was an insecurity, but I was like, fuck it. It is what it is. My nigga like it. He ain't complaining. I'm not finna go pay $5,000-$10,000 for somebody to fucking be up on me, and I probably don't make it off the table. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I do feel like that it is a conversation that you should have, if your child does feel that way, just because you don't want her to have those same insecurities.
See, I'm on the other side of the spectrum, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, my daughter, she talked to me about it, you know what I'm saying? Because her mother went and had a mommy makeover, BBL, what it is, right? And, you know, she asked me certain things about it. And honestly, and I don't think I told her this, but, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure she probably gonna stumble across this shit. My daughter, like, 15, about to be 16, so she know I'm doing this shit, right? Yeah. So, I look at it like this. Metabolism slow down around by early as 25, but for shit show 30.
Definitely.
So it's kind of like once you reach 30, you gonna kind of see how you finna probably be looking for the rest of your life, just about, you know what I'm saying, if you haven't already created the habit of working out. So if you already working out, and then once you hit 30, your metabolism slow down, and the older you get, it's gonna slow down even more. Then you can be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna have to manage, this is what I'm gonna have to work with, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, just my piece of advice, like, if y'all would just wait till about 30, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking to like the youngsters, the girls that's 20 and in their teenage years, like, just wait. Because I'm pretty sure that you got them going early, right? Like,
oh yeah, it's
what's the earliest you seen a girl get a BBL?
I have a client, she's 23
with a BBL.
Yeah, she got a son, he's 2. She went and got her whole body done. She got her titties done, she got her stomach, she got her ass, she got hips, everything. 23. Ain't even finished, like,
developing.
Yeah,
ain't done.
No. So it's like you don't know what you could have been prior to the surgery. And everybody does go through pregnancy different. I got skinny after every pregnancy I had.
Really?
Every one of them. I dropped the weight, and mostly because I breastfed, so it was easy to drop the weight off.
Message.
But, yeah, breastfeeding is the better option. I know a lot of people don't want to do it, but even if you don't have them like on your titty all day, if you pumping, it's the better option. If you want to go ahead and start losing your weight, at least after the 6 weeks or whatever. But and I always wanted to have weight on me. However, not this much damn weight. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm not uncomfortable or anything like that. Like I am, like, I still have my metabolism is not as fast, but I'm at a steady weight. I'm not getting overweight. Like my weight has been the same for about 2 years now. You know, I don't work out. I still move around a lot. Working and picking up shit, and I lift heavy stuff all day.
Do you care about gaining weight?
Gaining more weight?
Yeah.
Yes. If I hit 200 pounds, I probably will be like.
Why 200?
Because I'm short.
But is it a number, or is it more so the number, or how many pounds you weigh, or is it the how you look in the mirror? Which one is it? Because some people can put on 200
and it look good,
depending on
where it go
to them.
Right.
It could be heavy top, heavy bottom, proportioned.
Yeah. So a lot of women don't like talking about their weight, but I'm not one of those. So right now I'm 197. I'm literally 3 pounds away from 200. It don't look bad. However, I feel like if those 3 pounds kind of come, it's like, okay, you oompa loompa.
So, for real though, like, why women don't like talking about their weight? I don't understand.
I honestly can't tell you because I don't care.
Yeah. Is it like a insecurity? Like,
it may
kills it, the confidence, or what? Like, you know what? I think it's probably something that's been happening since they were children. Because everybody's been programmed. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't look at it like that. Some people don't even care to look bad. But I'm just one of them dudes to where, like, I'm a deep thinker. So I think about kind of shit like that. You got to watch the shit that your children watch and what they take,
what they hear,
man, look, everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I can imagine, like, for a female, that's probably the case.
Oh, yeah. When I was growing up, one of my cousins, she's always been not plump, but she was thick. She was a thick girl.
Early on.
Yeah. And I was the skinny one. So it was always, oh, look, she's so skinny, she's so skinny. So, as like, throughout my whole life, even after pregnancy and everything, I always wanted to gain weight just because I always heard that. And it was the better thing to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now for me, I'm like, oh, I got a little weight. I got a man, and it's steady, you know, I'm engaged. And it even the weight gain, it doesn't stop nothing.
Not at all.
It don't stop nothing. You can be skinny, fat, in between, or whatever you want to be. It's somebody out there for every damn size you are. So it's just that was a big insecurity for me because I was just always called that. And
did that make you feel like you wasn't good enough or something, or you won't get to somebody, or no boy wants you, or man wants you, anything like that?
Right, yeah. So it did make me feel like that because I did see that.
Who was telling you that shit?
Oh, it was family.
Family members?
Yeah, it was family. So that's where it hit the hardest, you know?
That's fucked
because
up.
It'd be like right there, and it'd be like, damn, I'm too skinny, and I need to look like her to get the kind of recognition that she gets, or the compliments that she get, or.
Do you wish somebody would have told you, fuck what people think about you, because everybody gonna have an opinion about everything?
I didn't start hearing that till later on in life. Now I was always pretty.
Yeah.
You know, the pretty like girl, which my cousin is beautiful too. I'm not saying she's not. She was just always thicker. So that was made me think that that's what was ideal, is the body. That's what it had me thinking. So
you ever had that conversation with them family members that said anything like that, or have you not just had the opportunity yet?
I never had the conversation with them because I never wanted to. Because they seen me, because I didn't talk to them for years.
Based off of that?
No, this was based off, it was something completely different.
Yeah.
And we just started back talking like a couple of years ago. But I don't feel like it's a conversation that needs to be had anymore because I'm good. But where it is, that's just something that was insecure, that had me insecure for a while. So, I mean, I'm great now.
Okay, because I bring that up because, like, I've recognized, like, you know, as you get older, people think that just because y'all family, you know, that things are supposed to be, you know, people say family, family, family. I'm like, man, look, sometimes family ain't even family, you know what I'm saying? Family
Definitely.
is just people that you related to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are relatives. You know, family is somebody that you want a part of your life, as a part of your inner circle. And sometimes you gotta check family, you know what I'm saying? Even when you grow up later on in life, you know, you gotta set them boundaries, you know what I mean?
And I'm big on boundaries.
So, you know, like, my daughter, you know, she's in a, you know, 2-parent household, so it's kind of like I have to tell her certain things, like I'm raising a girl, you know what I'm saying? And I always been the type of person, like, man, I said, man, I'm gonna get my girl the game, like, you know what I'm saying? She gonna pick up the game just from being a female, and she gonna pick up things for herself too. But when I give her that man element, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe that we all have masculine and feminine energy.
Right.
So I try to make sure I'm giving her some of that masculine energy. She already gonna have the feminine just because she's a female anyway, and she's around her mama. So I gotta make sure that I give her the masculine energy, you know what I'm saying, on how to deal with certain things. Like, just the other day, she was telling me something, and look, like, I always told my daughter, you can tell me anything, you can talk to me about anything. Yeah. This is something I ain't never talk about. So yeah, it's a lot of fucking drama with teenage girls, man. Like, for real. Like, I hear about this shit all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't even want to hear this shit, you know what I'm saying? But I told her to do this, so I'm just listening to it, right? But it's cool because I kind of get to see what's happening. So it really is making me grow up in another aspect because I'm able to deal with certain shit that she tell me and to understand and remember that she's just a human being. Well, she's a spirit, in my opinion, having a human experience. So I can't condemn her and be like, no.
Right.
She's a fucking human, female. I ain't gonna be here forever. She gonna do what she wanna do, and she gonna do that anyway. I could just try to guide her the best way. So she tell me something about some boy or something like that, and a little bit of me feel like I was hating, but at the same time I know I was protecting her. She was like, Daddy, the boy, it's this girl I don't like. She go jump up in, like 14, 15, so they messy and shit. She go jump in his face knowing that's my man, or that's my boyfriend, or whatever, I like him. She didn't say man, but you know what I'm saying, like boyfriend. And I was like, okay, well, did you put him up on game about who she is and blah, 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 blah? He said, yeah, I did. I said, okay, it happened one time, right? She said, yeah. I said, you addressed it, right? She said, yeah. I said, okay, cool. I said, wait for the second time. Second time come around, she was like, you know, apparently, I guess he probably didn't know how to deal with it. But more of the story, he was still having a conversation with her. So I told her, okay, we'll cut him off.
Yeah. She didn't want to do that?
No, she did it.
She did it, okay.
Just dry ass, like, just straight cut him off. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to explain yourself. But if you choose to, I need you to understand that this is the moment where you need to drop your nuts on the tape and tell the nigga exactly what the fuck going on.
Correct.
He gonna get right or he ain't. I said, this is the second time, so you really shouldn't be giving him no chance. You young.
Yes, it's
This
a
ain't
whole
the
lot
first,
of
this ain't the fucking last. This ain't none of that shit. Like,
Right.
get over it. If it's meant to be, it'll come back around eventually, but fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I have to talk to her raw like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how she fucking getting it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's how they getting it out there. I remember because I was like that. So this is not no day and age to be sweet with these kids. You know
Absolutely
what I'm saying?
not.
So I tell them exactly what's going on and what's going down. Yeah, so I want to get into some other shit too, right?
Okay.
Just talking about my daughter and her little drama and shit. You know what? I think I got it right here. I ain't even try to remember this shit, cause it's a bit. What's one thing that you would say a relationship has taught you about yourself? Like the shit where you had to be like, damn, that's fucked up, or I need to change that, or okay, now I see. The shit that you see about yourself, like what has a relationship taught you about yourself?
I gotta stop shitting down so much. Cause I'll shit down like super fast.
Oh, you got poor communication.
It's not that my communication is poor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe a lot of people, and this is just not me, just like, just for what I'm in right now. This is just in general. I don't like when people can't comprehend what I'm saying. And I feel like that if you're not listening to understand me, and you're just listening to respond, and I know you're only listening to respond because you interrupt me. If you're interrupting me when I speak, you only heard some of what I said, and you want to respond to that, and not hear what I'm trying to say.
How's your patience?
Oh, I ain't got none.
See what I'm saying? So that shit
it don't mix.
That shit
I don't have
mix.
none.
Man, like, I feel you though, cause like, I experienced the same thing, and I'm guilty of it as well. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be having to check myself and catch myself. This shit's a hard work, but I think that the other shit that I do, like I do a lot of other shit, like a lot of what's called shadow work, checking in on myself, shit like that, right? To where I had to be like, okay, let me be patient. I know this person.
Yeah.
So let me try to understand how they're understanding, because sometimes we have to remember who we talk. Well, not some. We need to always know who we talking to, because they're not going to receive the message in a certain type of way.
Right.
So if I have to explain it to you in a certain type of way, then maybe it's beneficial for me, right, to kind of go that extra mile. But I'm gonna let it be known that I'm going that extra mile to do that shit. Like I'm not gonna just be on some Gandhi shit, on some oh I'm just gonna do it and no, fuck that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm doing because I see that you don't understand it this way. Now, if you get mad after me trying to re-explain it a different type of way, then you just got some fucked up ways, and now I probably need to cut this shit loose or cut it off. It'd be hard to do that, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, I'll say this for me, right? Because I'm married. Like, I'm the boldest I ever been.
Since you've been married.
Yeah. And I don't think that that's because I'm getting older. Maybe they got some shit to do with it too, but I'm like a bold motherfucker now, because it's kind of like, all right, look, so check this out. I told you because society, social media, right? They try to put this stigma on how long you should. First off, a man gonna fucking get married when the fuck he get ready to. If a woman forced that man to get ready, I promise you, y'all gonna have problems in y'all relationship. He not mentally, emotionally ready to be married. And if you're not patient enough to wait on that man, then fucking go.
Yeah.
Fucking leave. And if everybody, and I'm speaking to the masses, right? If everybody get their shit together, then you won't be in no situationship to where you feel like you can't survive without another motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to me. So like, I'm bold because it's kind of like I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that I grew up kind of fucked up, so I wasn't taught a lot of shit, and now I'm learning it. But it's kind of like, nah, this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I think being married kind of did that for me, because it's kind of like, it ain't no point to lie, ain't no point to stretch shit or nothing, even when you single. Probably more important when you single, right?
Yeah.
Because like, right now I'm like, man, this is how I feel, this is what it is. You can take this shit or leave this shit, you know what I'm saying? But I know that I'm talking freely like that because I'm in a situation to where I don't need to be in no situationship. You know what I'm saying? So I got bold as fuck. Like once I kind of got in a relationship, got married and shit, like I was like real bold. How I feel, because I feel like, look, my opinions matter. this shit is valid.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Some men don't talk that shit though because they gonna get a stamp of, oh, you emotional, you acting like a bitch. Duh. Men got feminine energy too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's a difference when you got too much feminine energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like two women. I ain't never seen two women stay under the same household for long.
Not a long time.
It ain't fucking happening. I've witnessed it a couple of times. It don't work. It don't work. I don't care how cool and they can be related. Anything like that. It don't.
Because I be ready to put my daughter on outside the door.
Yeah.
And she 11. So it'd be like, listen, if the girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. So like, that's what like relationships have taught me. Like I've been bold. Now that I think about it, I guess we can give advice, right? You cool with giving some advice?
I ain't married now.
No,
I'm engaged.
It's
so,
relationship.
Yeah,
advice.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like
people. So it's somewhere that you've been before.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I could do that.
As a single person, because a lot of people like they just get into it and like they jump into relationships and shit. What's some shit that you should be like off the rip? Hey, so, cause like I said, I'm bold. Like now, me, I'm like, I will ask you what's your credit score. I will ask you what the fuck do you do? How
and you
long
at that
you been
age
doing
now.
it?
Yeah.
Like I need to know this shit. We ain't dealing with like, and it's not about money.
It's about stability and security.
And I need to see where your mindset at.
Yeah.
I need to see how you operating. I need to know your habits, this, that, and the other. But when you young, of course your mindset is different. You horny and shit. You ready to jump on something and lock it down, or you jealous. You don't want nobody else touching this one. You want to control and feel that kind of shit. So, what's like some shit that single people should be like?
I feel like single people need to just be upfront about what you want. Specify your wants and your needs, because those are two different things, and people don't understand that. A lot of people go into a relationship and it's bad, and they like, oh, I need you. You don't need nobody. You can do stuff by yourself. You don't need to have the love from somebody. You want it because you're a human being. Yeah. And you naturally want that kind of thing, but you don't need it. Your body does. Your body yearns for it. But single people should definitely specify, I want somebody that has this. I want somebody that does this. And don't base it off of your mother or your father.
What you mean?
A lot of people get with
trying to resemble their parents' relationship.
Yes. Yeah. And that's emotional incest. I ain't trying to be your mama. If I carry traits that your mother had, that's because I am a mother. You know what I mean? And you see me doing mother shit. I would never date someone that's like my dad. Never.
Okay.
As far as personality wise, I would never date somebody that's like my dad. And I have a stepfather and I have a biological father. I would never date anyone with the same personalities as them, as both of them. Never. As far as being motivated to do things, or get money or anything like that, I definitely will date somebody in that aspect. If I was a single person looking for that, I would date somebody with the same hustle, even if you was a fucking scammer. If you was a scammer and you getting your money, scam on. Because there's all kind of ways to get some money. I don't care how you getting your money. Just get you some money. Be honest in the dating field. If you dating multiple people, you screwing multiple people, please be honest about that. And let that person make that decision if they want to deal with you and you having sex with multiple people in the dating world. Because those energies being transferred is like crazy, because you could be dating a guy and he's screwing on 3 different women, and all y'all got 3 different personalities and 3 different auras and everything.
He bringing trauma from her to you. You like, wait a minute.
And this bitch being triggered from stuff she don't even know. She fighting demons she didn't even know she had.
Yeah. So you in a relationship with multiple people.
Exactly.
Not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally, and energetically. Yeah.
Exactly.
Damn.
Like, just be upfront about that and protect your damn self, most of all. I think those are just the main points, just being honest and transparent. I think some people don't respect it, but I think a lot of people will respect it more if you were being transparent in the beginning dating stages. You know what I mean? Because some people are okay with you dealing with multiple people because we're trying to see if we're gonna work. If you're gonna lie about it and be like, oh no, you're the only one, I fuck around, catch gonorrhea. Bitch, who you got that from? You know what I mean? Because I thought you wasn't fucking with nobody. Or like, you got a baby mama at your house and you always come into my house. I ain't never been to your shit. Or I done come now and I done seen a couple of women's clothes. I'm like, excuse me. He was like, oh, my mom come over here. And just be real about it. So what I will say is some people are okay with being side pieces. They don't care. Some people are okay with that. And if that's how you choose to live,
yeah.
that's cool. I'm not here to judge nobody. You want to be a side bitch, side nigga? Hey, it is what it is. I know a few married people who are doing that. And it's life. Hold
up. They cool with being a side? Oh, okay. I mean, shit.
What works, works.
Hey, look, I mean, yeah, what works, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done been around, you know what I'm saying? I've been a lot of places, so, you know what I'm saying? I've been around a lot of people. I know a lot of motherfuckers, too. So, yeah, that's something that's been going on since the beginning of time.
Exactly. So it's something that's never going to stop.
It's not.
Honestly. It was this, me and my sister always say this, it's like, all men are going to cheat, even a woman. Somebody's going to cheat eventually, because people get bored. And they want to experience something different, or they just want.
What is cheating?
So cheating starts at conversation.
Does it?
It does.
Okay, so I can look at somebody and that's not cheating.
I don't feel like looking is cheating. If I'm just looking at you, like I'm looking at you right now, am I fucking cheating? You know what I mean?
Let me. Lust, because everybody knows what lust is.
So. Lusting.
Because lust, I ain't gotta say nothing, right? I can just be looking at somebody a certain way.
Yeah, you can fuck somebody with your eyes.
Okay, lusting.
Yes, you literally can do
cheating?
Did you it like?
Or is that
it's
like
mentally you are cheating mentally,
yeah.
But only you know you did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your spouse will not know that that's something that you did if you're lusting after it. As long as you ain't around the house and when y'all having sex calling out that motherfucking name, then. That's what it is. That's just where you stood at with that. You mentally cheated. But once you do conversations, and because what they say, conversations rule the nation. If you got good chemistry and good conversation with a motherfucker, it's ultimately gonna lead up to y'all linking, fucking, and so on and so forth. That's just what it's gonna be. And what I was gonna say was, me and my sister always say that, like I said, everybody will cheat at some point. If they love you, you won't find out. They're gonna be super fucking discreet about that shit. So even though it is a hurtful thing to find out, but if you never find out, you won't be hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather fuck a motherfucker to cheat on me and you be so fucking secretive about that shit and I know nothing about it. And the home ain't messed up, everything paid for, we good, we still doing what we do, and we're all good. As long as that bitch ain't bringing nothing to my doorstep, I'm cool.
Because you wouldn't know about it.
Exactly. If I don't know, how I'm gonna be hurt? People don't understand, like, they're so like, well,
you're not the type to look.
I was, and I've been in multiple situations as to where
you curious.
Exactly. I've been a looker. I've never liked what I found,
Because you're going to find what you're looking for.
Exactly. So I
Even
stopped.
if you don't even see what you, like, people don't understand it, right? It's so fucking simple.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind is already negatively looking for the littlest of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So when you find the littlest thing
Mm-hmm.
or something that it's gonna look like it to you because that's exactly what the fuck you looking for.
Right.
So you say you don't look no more, right?
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So if a motherfucker get caught,
It's because
then-
it literally was brought to me. If you get caught, somebody brought it to me.
mm,
I'm not checking your phone. I'm gonna be 33 next month. I ain't got time for that.
mm,
I got enough mental shit going on to where I'm not gonna look for your phone and you're not gonna stress me the fuck out.
mm,
You know what I mean? Cause a bitch will check a phone and a bitch won't eat for a month. And she finds some shit in there. She gets that fucking stress behind it. Or you'll deal with a savage. She be like, okay, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna get my lick back.
mm. Yeah. Like that's kind of shit that they own, man. Like, you know, so people that do cheat
Mhm.
and they don't get caught.
Mhm.
That means so you can love somebody and cheat on them.
It's as crazy as it is to say that, yes.
It's humanly possible, so I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But you said your sister was saying that every man cheat.
Every person.
Every person to cheat.
Every
person.
man and woman. This came from a woman who said that because she said that she didn't know her husband was cheating until she went and looked for it.
Mm-hmm.
And she said if I wouldn't have went and looked for it, I never would have found it. And she said because we were still happy. We were doing everything the same, nothing changed, no routines or anything like that. And she said just that. If he loves you enough, you won't find out. And if he doesn't love you, he gonna be sloppy and not even give a fuck. Phone, just bitches texting, after hours, you know, calling, you FaceTiming, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all can't even go to fucking discreet locations where you can't even be pulled up on, you know, take that bitch somewhere, you know, where you ain't gonna know nobody.
So, who cheat more, men or women? And cheating is only cheating when two people agree that they not gonna fuck with somebody else, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so who cheat more, men or women?
Women are a lot more,
Nah, who cheat more, men or women?
I want to say women. However,
Interesting.
and it's because I've seen it done a lot. And this can, like I said, it can start with conversation. And I've been on that side. I'll give you the top tier conversation. I feel like we done been together forever.
Yeah.
And just my conversation alone, then damn near got my head knocked between the washer and dryer. I ain't fuck nobody. But
Just
my
that
conversation. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's giving a motherfucker hope. You know what I mean? And I can hope your ass for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never touch you, never meet up with you or anything like that. But all that hope that you got for that full year.
I mean, you know, because, like, shit, that's like low-key boot camp. That's low-key recruitment. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, keeping that one, keeping them warm. Turn that idle down just a little bit. Don't let them go cold.
Let you simmer.
Exactly. So, like, okay. So, let me ask you this then. Do you feel, since, well, that's crazy, right? Women cheat more than men. Alright, cool. I got that. Understood. So, do you think that it's okay for a man, or how do you feel about a man having multiple women, or just in general, men fucking multiple women? Or just even dealing with, not necessarily fucking them, just like...
In a relationship? Like, are they in relationships and they're dealing with each other, or just like they're a single man and they...
Depends what you think a relationship is. Single man, relationship, doesn't matter.
So, I feel like you can deal with who you want to deal with, especially when you're single. If you're in a relationship and you still feel that you have to deal with multiple people, I think that your significant other, girlfriend, whatever, wife should
Okay, let me ask you this then, because I ain't getting what I want. So, do you think it's okay? No, not do you think it's okay. So let's just say if a man says this: men are meant to be with multiple women.
meant. Okay,
Meant.
that's a big word.
They're meant to be with multiple women because a man just can't be with one woman.
Or so I've heard.
So how do you feel about that? Do you agree with that, or what's your opinion on that?
I feel like that you need somebody that is going to be open to that. And not so much a polygamy relationship where y'all living in the same house or no shit like that. You know what I mean? But like, ultimately, you need a bi-curious woman.
Ultimately, you need one.
You do. If you are going to have that desire, or you're
But
meant
she
to
don't
be
have
that,
to fuck with the other females.
you don't. But it's better.
Yeah. I ain't denying that, but I'm just saying, like, she don't necessarily have to fool with the other women.
She don't. But I say ultimately because I just feel like that it's easier. You know what I mean?
What's easier?
To get you a woman that's bisexual. Because if you want to deal with multiple women, and even though you're open about it, that bitch still go feel some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
You already spoke your piece, and at the beginning she said she was okay with it, but now she in her feelings. Because you don't want her to do the same shit.
So what about when women? Okay, so because you got some women that's, like you said, gonna be bisexual. They're gonna be cool with it probably, right? But then you have some women who ain't cool with that shit.
Correct.
All right, cool. But what about the dude that does not? It's not that he doesn't let it be known. He don't have to. I don't think that. I mean, he can tell her, "Hey, look, I talk to multiple people. I fuck with a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is." He can tell her the number. He ain't gotta tell her the number. But this is just what he do. He feels as if men are meant to be with more than just one woman.
You gave her that option. She either go take it or leave it.
Okay. So my take on it is, how do you feel about that?
So, for me, I love a nice looking woman. I don't want to. I guess I'm bi-curious. And I'm open to a woman coming in, but not you. Oh, I'm finna go be with Tisha tonight. You know what I mean? Or you secretly doing the shit.
Okay, so you want to be part of the process.
Yes. If you're gonna deal with a woman, make sure I'm there. Like, you're not gonna do it by yourself. And the thing about it is a lot of men go and cheat or don't say that they're meant to deal with multiple people because of the fear of this woman that they actually like or love not being okay with it, so you just go cheat. You're already hurting her. She go find out.
So do you think it's okay for a man to have multiple women?
If you're honest about it. If you're honest about it, I do.
Okay, so so you said if you're honest about it, you do. You feel like it's cool as long as he's upfront about it, right?
If she agrees to, like, if she's okay with that, because you put it out there on the table.
Okay, let me put your foot inside the shoes.
Okay.
Do you feel like a woman should have more than one man?
No.
Why?
it's the two answers.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it's like
Okay.
no, because women are very emotional. And well, some of us, I'm not gonna say all of us, some of us are emotional, and you can love more than one person. A lot of people, I said this to somebody the other day, a lot of people are married and they're still looking for their soulmate.
Yeah, it's sad, you know. That sounds like a situationship that somebody just can't get out of, or maybe it's just hard for them based on the type of person that they are, or
Because
whatever.
of time. A lot of people don't want to stop dealing with somebody because of time that they invested.
Is it just the time invested, or is it other shit invested?
I mean, some people, it could be time, money, and everything. You
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
got a kid together or something,
Right.
and you're like, I don't want to do this shit again.
Yeah.
And you're being complacent
Mm-hmm.
when you're not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're like, oh no, I'm happy. You're talking yourself up into happiness.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't happy. You're complacent. You're comfortable where you are right now because that's what it's been.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all you know.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of keeping it alive, if you will. And not saying, like, a lot of people think when I say keeping it alive, it's like, oh, what I'm supposed to bring somebody in to have sex? No. Still date each other.
Mm-hmm.
Still do what you did at the beginning to keep that motherfucker there mentally and emotionally with you. Because once a motherfucker becomes emotionally detached, you ain't got them no more. They just there.
You know, I hear that term all the time, like, do what you did at the beginning. And I'm gonna say it a different way because everybody receive messages different.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at it as, man, still try to fuck your old lady. Like,
Oh, definitely.
like straight up, like, still, like, try to fuck her. Like,
And women, let me put this in for the women. Fuck your husband or your man. Because somebody go do it.
oh, yeah, like, yeah, that's like a big key. I co-sign that shit. Like, turn that nigga out, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like,
Listen.
you got to, because you may not want to hear this part, but you know what I'm saying? It's so this kind of like segues back into what I was talking earlier about the men and multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want people to understand this, and probably women more so than anything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are outnumbered. And I believe it's like that for a reason. You know, a woman can get pregnant, what? Once a year, twice a year, what? Once a year, probably, right? Okay.
I mean, depending on how she do her thing, but because she just 9
She can
months
get pregnant.
right after she had that baby.
So max 2 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
So that pretty much slows her down. A man, it doesn't. He's
Correct.
meant to keep on doing and keep on reproducing.
Mm-hmm.
As I feel like that's the way that it should be. My opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're outnumbered. I don't know what the statistics is. I probably should have looked that shit up before I did this conversation. But anyway, and a lot of people got a negative outlook when I talk about, a man should probably be with more than one woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know in Africa they had concubines.
Yeah.
Now, just because you got multiple wives or multiple women doesn't necessarily mean that they all stay in the house.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily mean that, and I heard someone speak about this one day too. They was like, yeah, in Africa, a man will have multiple wives. But the only reason they did that was because I think at this time they already had laws established in place to where you had, it was like, I want to say tax or government type benefits in a sense, but more so it was just really to protect the legacy.
Okay.
To build a legacy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let's just say if I married multiple women and they all got my last name, I think that's why they didn't make this shit a law.
Mm-hmm.
Because man, this shit tie into so much other shit. White folks ain't reproducing as much as us. They having like 1.2 babies per household versus a melanated family that's probably having 3.2. So you're gonna get outnumbered with compounded interest, right? Just gonna right over time. So I think that's why they made that rule. You only need to get married to one person because they were trying to slow us the fuck down.